Flex Omar now. He's with the Muslim American Leadership Alliance, and he joins us now from New York. Ahmed, appreciate you being with us. Has this attack done anything to raise awareness or combat Islamophobia and xenophobia, which has been on the rise in many Western and European countries?
Well, first of all, I want to give my condolences to the people of New Zealand. And in regards to the attack defies humanity. We need to be cognizant of hate and bigotry and the responsibility of the language that's being used. Unfortunately, the global climate at the moment is extremely polarized. And we need to remember that as humans, our unity is what is important. And fear-mongering and dehumanizing any group is a stark reminder on how history repeats itself. I know that the attacker published a manifesto, and we shouldn't be, discussing his manifesto or promoting it in any way. Rather, we should be remembering the victims and having their memory kept alive and honoring the stories of the survivors as well.
New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has been praised for her inclusive and personal approach to not just the families of the victims, but to the community as a whole. What can other world leaders learn about how she has handled this terror attack?
I personally think she's an incredible leader, and all New Zealanders in the global community are thankful for her leadership. As I said before, it is our moral responsibility as a global community in commemorating and remembering the individual stories of all the victims, and that's what the Prime Minister, has done, and it's really important moving forward of supporting the people of New Zealand in as many ways as possible. This is not just a tragedy for the people of New Zealand, but rather it's a global tragedy.
And Ahmed, just going back to my original question briefly, it's
Sure.
1 week on from this terror attack. Has this incident, we've been covering it extensively on our network. I've seen it here on a number of domestic networks, not quite to the extent of how we're covering it, but has this done anything to bring forward the issue of Islamophobia and xenophobia? And as you mentioned, words mattering, how hate is fueled within that community?
I think all types of hate and extremism is evil, and we've seen recently a rise of Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. And I go back to my earlier remarks. The only way we're going to combat negative narratives and stereotypes of people is by not giving these people the platform that they want, and rather honoring the stories of the victims and survivors. I personally am a survivor of genocide from Somaliland, and I'm a refugee to the United States of America. With my organization, the Muslim American Leadership Alliance, we focus on the stories of Muslims from all over the world, and that's the only way we can control our own narrative and not allow people with extremist agendas to control our own narrative.
All right, Ahmed, Flex, Omar, appreciate you being with us. We're going to have more on our special coverage at the top of the hour.